welcome to the Gospel Road. Are you climbing the walls yet? I know a lot of people that are. I think it's finally starting to really get to a lot of people too. Been having conversations, and people are not really in the best of moods. Kind of meh, blah, testy. It's a real unfortunate time that we're dealing with right now. I've seen a meme, a post on Facebook, and it's actually kind of funny, and it says, all introverted people, you need to check on your extroverted friends. And there's a lot to say about that. I know there are some people that I'm talking to every day that they're climbing the walls and they need people around them, and not being able to be around people, not helping their mental stability right now. I'm sure I even have my days just trying to deal with everything. Kind of feeling a little blah myself right now, too. Some issues happened earlier today. I don't know. Just one of those things. Now we start playing those tricks on our own mind, and then we start blaming ourselves, and got to be careful because depression starts setting in. Do whatever you can to keep yourself happy. Smile, laugh. I know I watch a lot of comedy things and a little extra work right now. It's kind of rough. But stay strong. Do the best you can. It's all we can do. It's all we can do. Wish there was more to even say on that. And unfortunately, there's not. But doing the best we can. Oh, well. Kind of is what it is, right? I have friends that I say that, they go, I don't like that. I don't like that saying, is what it is. Okay. Then you can figure out a different saying. Or the whole, I agree to disagree. Like, yeah, no. Okay. Then just disagree, I don't know. Hopefully, wherever you are, you're keeping healthy, staying safe. And for you, your family, your friends, doing the best that you can. And that's all we can do. That's all we can ask for. Be responsible is all I can say. You know, the arguments that I'm seeing on the news and TV and on social media, because so-and-so hasn't done this, so-and-so hasn't done that. I don't know. I know I've said this many times. I'm glad I am not the one in the seat, and I am not the one that has to make a decision. Because everything needs to be done on logic, not emotion. And I think during this time, emotion comes out a lot more than logic does. You got to remember that. And I know I've discussed that before in previous podcasts of how we need to use logic, think things through, have that conversation before just making a snap decision. And a lot of us can be very bad at that. Psalms 139, that's what we're going to look at today on the Gospel Road. It says, O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You hem me in, behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, it is high. I cannot attain it. Where shall I go from your spirit? Or where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the utmost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light about me be night. Even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is bright as the day. For darkness is a light with you. For you formed in my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed substance. In your book were written, every one of them, the days that were formed for me, when as yet there was none of them. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God! How vast is the sum of them! If I would count them, they are more than the sand. I awake, and I am still with you. Oh, that you would slay the wicked, O God! O men of blood, depart from me. They speak against you with malicious intent. Your enemies take your name in vain. Do I not hate those who hate you, O Lord? And do I not loathe those who rise up against you? I hate them with complete hatred. I count them my enemies. Search me, O God, through and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Asking God to search? No. These are things to really think. Again, knowledge is what we see in here. Learning. The psalm is asking God to search and know David's heart. How many times do we take that? How many times do I take that and do an inner reflection? It kind of really speaks today because of what is happening around and what happened earlier today with me. I had somebody leave and they seemed upset. I'm like, did I do anything? And they're like, no. But of course, then your brain starts messing with you and like, I'm sure it was you. What did you do? What did you say? I don't know. And I'm sure I didn't, but I have admitted many of my issues. Of a lot of times I put too much thought into what others think about me. It's one of those things, unfortunately, in what I do. It's funny because I am very introverted. I'm not much of an extrovert. I am one to keep my distance from people. But yet I am in a business that I am in front of people. How does that work? God has a plan. That's what I always say. I mean, I don't hide my beliefs with any of you when I do my podcast. And I don't expect you to believe what I believe, which is fine. It's just us having a conversation. Well, I'm kind of having a conversation and you're listening, right? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But search me, O God, and know my heart. How often do you search yourself and know your heart? How often do you take that time to reflect? It seems that we're getting a lot of time to do a lot of reflection right now. Taking that time to know what is happening around you, to be able to make logical decisions in life. Learn, gain knowledge, understand. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? It's kind of like unheard of? No, it's not, but think about that. You're learning a new job. And by learning that new job, you have to search, you have to understand, you need to know how to do that. You're helping someone do their job better. To do that, you need to know how to do the job to help them understand it to do it better. To bring the best out of them in the job that they're doing. Interesting concept. Invest into people. Encourage people. Help them be the best that they can be. And right now I know a lot of people that are really searching for that because lots of bad happening around them right now. Losing jobs, pay cuts, layoffs, furloughs. Just watching the news just wants you to pull your hair out. crazy. But we have to keep our wits about us. Understand, learn, use logic, not emotion. Yeah, emotions we're going to deal with on a daily basis. We're going to have that, but we need to be able to look past those emotions and hold our mind straight to logically think as we move forward to do things to make the right decisions. Not emotional decisions, but logical decisions. I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and this whole stimulus check is coming. And I know a lot of people trying to figure out how to pay their bills. I mean, you've been hearing them for years, do this, and we've got the way to pay your bills down, and how do you do this, and how do you do that? And we were just having a simple conversation. It was pretty easy. And they said, well, if I get this, I'm going to pay this off. Okay, that makes sense. It does. But then we started having more of a conversation, kind of logically thinking that through. And they said, well, but then, that leaves these bills over here when I get that one that I still need to take care of. And it's like, no, wait a minute. These bills over here are smaller and this one is bigger. These bills over here could hurt your credit if you don't get them taken care of. But this one, it could linger over your head, but it's not going to hurt you as bad. Well, now, as you talk that through and logically think it through, take care of these smaller bills. Now you do not have to worry about them. You just have the one bigger one to deal with. You can then, when you pay them off, pay more on the bigger bill to get it paid down faster. It's kind of like when you watch all the things about paying off your credit cards, pay off the one with the higher interest rate first and make your way down and do your best to get all that taken care of and really start working on your credit rating and learning how to budget money and save money. Think that through. I've got a lot of friends who, again, they make decisions emotionally, especially moms. Do you notice that? Their kids call and need money. They don't have it. Or they have a bill they need to pay, and their kids are adults. And I'm sure some are going to disagree with me and some are not. Or again, you've got to think things through. And we all make sacrifices, and I'm not saying do not make a sacrifice for them. But you still need to think things through. I mean, if you always keep coming to saving them when they need help, what are they going to learn about being responsible? Again, sometimes, especially when you have the adult kids, and I've had the conversations with mine too, is being able to logically think things through to make that decision to help them make the best decision they can. Know their heart. Search them. Get more details. Don't just take that first moment. Don't just jump and go. Think it through. Interesting. Takes time sometimes. That's why when you get upset and you get angry, just go and take some time. No decisions. Calm down for a little bit. Take a breath, take a break, and then come back to it. It's like trying to study for a test and you go and you just can't figure it out. And just take a break and go back. Because you've got yourself worked up. The anxiety in your body is just going crazy. Just take that time. Search. Know yourself. I know I have to do that for me every day. And I know many times I'm like, I got to stop. I got to step back. I hope everyone is healthy and doing well. Remember, Psalms 139, that's what we looked at today. And I always say, go read that for yourself and see what you receive from that. Because again, what I see, probably not going to be what you see. Because we're all in different levels of life. And are dealing with different things, different situations, different circumstances, different crises. Now we're all dealing with one big crisis together, but we still have other small ones inside of that. Because of how it has affected us. Psalms 139. Read that. Thank you for listening to The Gospel Road. Have a great day. God bless.